to my beautiful copper-colored people down here by the Caucasians. We're going to go into a little video. We're going to start this off dedicated to y'all knockoffs. Shout out to my women. I dedicated this to all our women that's standing up. Something that the knockoffs always claim, that they women was gods and all this stuff. And they ain't never let them speak. It's like they ain't got no voice. They in the background. So shout out to you women. But let's hear what this cat, that's a so-called African, out of Africa, so-called Africa. I hate saying that word, it's so disrespectful to them. But they got this interracial thing going on, something terrible over there too. But let's see what music, since we talking about music and everything, what you was talking about, let's see what they was talking about, what they like, what he's talking about. He was going through some things in this document, prejudice and things like that over in Poland. He moved to Poland, to her birthplace and hometown, and went through scrutiny and had a kid go through it with him. But listen what he says. Listen what the family says.
And he said, hello, how are you? And she said, I'm fine. And then she looked at him and said, Mr. Landry, I love you.
There was one particular case when a young guy was saying something bad about me. I didn't hear him, but my neighbors, some retirees there, heard him, and they took him, brought him to me, and asked him to apologize for saying those bad things about me. He became a very good friend, actually, because we found out we have common interest in Tupac, the music Tupac Shakur. So afterward, he invited me to his house, and he had a computer full of films, stories, music about Tupac. And yeah, since then, he was actually, whenever he sees my kids, he's got a present for them.
No, I've been working in the school before.
Do you guys hear that? This so-called African man was going through scrutiny from a Caucasian kid. His neighbors of the neighborhood brought him there. That was some good Caucasians. Brought the kid to him. Made the kid apologize and everything. This is how he's a part of their tribe now. He's got himself in their tribe. This is how you can swap tribes. And this is what we're not trying to do. This is what happens when, and I'm not speaking to talk down on people in interracial, but if you're not teaching your kids who they are, who their forefathers are, their ancestors, their grandparents and all that is, they're going to be taken over into that. And you see where he's moved at? He's in Poland. Not in Africa no more, so-called Africa. So now, his interracial kids is going to end up marrying what? A Poland person. A person over there. And it's going to keep his genetic history getting wiped out until it'll be no more of him, and their family will know nothing about that. Unless they're digging through their ancestry, but he's already be stumped out. The bloodline already be gone. This is what happens if you ain't teaching your people, whether you're in an interracial or not. You need to be telling your people, your kids, who they are, who they come from, greatness. So it gives them a chance. Just because you fell in love and you might have found out about the truth later on, still doesn't mean that you can't push your kids into the right direction and say, you know what? Don't go the route of this route. Take this route. Don't forget your heritage or your melanated heritage, because this is what the Aboriginal Americans, the American Indians, we are like nothing else. You can't compare us to any other melanated people. And like we were just talking about, what my son said, money talks. Look at that money up there. You have the Fujio coin. You have Confederate. That Fujio coin right there. You see that face on that coin? That's a brother. You see them features? That's a brother. And like we were saying, my son said, money talks. You see them Confederate dollars over there? Oh, y'all see that, huh? There's a whole list of Confederate money over there with nothing but copper-colored people on there. And while we at it, let's look at this right here. That's on my son's computer screen. You have to be kidding me. That right there is in North Carolina, Durham. That's where the Negro Wall Street in North Carolina was destroyed. So y'all ain't got to think, oh, there was just one. There was one Negro Wall Street. No. We had them set up in all different areas. So y'all make sure y'all getting a good look at that. Because that should be telling you something. 1828 definition of American. The copper-colored people found here by the Caucasians, the Aboriginals, the Tonkinese ones. But now it's applied to the Caucasians and their descendants. So when people think of America now, they think of Caucasians, blonde hair and blue eyes. Your Rambos and all these movies and stuff that they use through magic, trickery, sorcery. Your movies, all that stuff. This is what they do. These are the games that they play. They hide things. And they implant things. So when you're watching a TV program, you're being programmed. Your television is telling you a vision. You're not having your vision yourself. It's telling you what vision to have. Telling you a vision of who are these knockoffs, the natives, versus the Aboriginals, the American Indians, the real ones. We the real deal. So we understand that, and we know who we are, and we know we got a great responsibility as we waking up. And like I said again, shout out to the sisters who's out there putting their lives on the line and doing what these so-called men can't do and ain't doing. Fighting, having war words, constantly being disrespected. So shout out to them that's making this happen. And I don't say a woman is a god, but I'm saying that if the knockoffs are saying that, why ain't there women have a voice? Why are they women on the back burners? But our women got a voice, and we let them speak and cry out, and at the same time nurture us and try to turn these boys into men, what they should be. Because y'all run around here following everybody, the people you claim as your enemies. You going to them for your DNA tests and all that garbage. All of it that's destroying you. And you trying to push us to do that? We ain't going for that, man. No way. We're going to do the work. We're going to put our boots to the ground. We're going to hustle and bustle. Because everything they've been doing to us is nothing new under the sun. Same thing they was doing back then. Gang injunctions, like I spoke on before. Gang injunctions now, Aboriginal injunctions in the later years. Catching them with feathers and all that. Probably jacking up like they're catching us with bandanas. We wearing our colors. Oh, there's one right there. He's flamed up. Oh, and he's in this known area? That's how they was getting us. This is how they keep us in servitude with these laws they got. Tell us that we can't be in certain areas when we get released. We ain't got nowhere else to go. And then when we do move out the areas, or get released in other areas, they know it's entrapment. Because they know we're going to come back down there because we got our family that still stay in the hoods. Our friends that still stay in the hoods that we grew up with. It's all we know. So they set it up and then what? Tear you up. A trap and a snare. Oh, look who we caught down here. They know that it's a part in our paperwork. Once we get released, you're not supposed to. They got this stuff set up purposely to keep us in servitude and in bondage. Right when you're getting released, you already got these stipulations from your probation officer, your parole hearings and all that. You can't be around known gang members, known felons. You can't be 15 feet of a firearm. All this stuff. But they know all we got is our family and stuff. So we're going to go down there and visit. And what happens if you get caught down there? Get snatched up. Oh, he's violation. Send him back. Back to the plantation. Same thing. Nothing new under the sun. The yesteryears is today's. Nothing new. I can tell you about so much stuff I done went through. Bite marks on my leg from the K9s. Split on my lip, permanent, from being hit by the police. When I was a kid, 14 years old and stuff. Going through all this stuff. Them catching us, violating our rights. And we didn't even know we had rights back then. I remember the Goodwill games that came. I got green Dickies on, green Nike Cortez on, a green belt on, white t-shirt, a green Miami Hurricane starter jacket on with a long jerry curl. They pulled us over, gang unit. Take my belt off from me, cut the shoelaces out of my shoes, out of my Nike Cortez, my G-Nikes. Cut the shoelaces out of them. And then made us walk and said, if we catch you guys again in this area, you're going to be locked up until Goodwill Games is gone. Because we got a permission from the judges to snatch y'all up and clear up the streets while Goodwill Games is here. Come on, man. You got to be kidding me, man. And this was in, I want to say the late 80s, early 90s. 90, something like that, 89, 90, or 91, somewhere in that area, snatching us up like that, man, doing us like that. I'm walking home knowing how we Dickies be sagging, we wearing our belts and stuff, and we wear a little baggy. Dickies dang near falling. I gotta walk all the way to the house. Shoes flip flopping because they done cut my shoelaces out of there. This is the type of stuff they was doing to our people. And they keep us so separated. People driving all down the street, nobody's stopping for us. They got kids jacked up. They probably looking, our own people probably looking like, yeah, get them little gang members. Kill them, do whatever, get them out of here. Ready to just get rid of us, throw us away. And we the same ones that come back and protect them. If somebody was trying to oppress them or suppress them. And we doing it today. When they don't want to do anything for each other. In store lines and stuff and got somebody talking crazy to them. And they looking like, oh, what did that person do? What do you mean what that person do? Still ain't got no right to be talked like that. It's your people. Our people is so disconnected. That's what's going wrong with us. That's what's wrong with us. We disconnected from each other. And we got to vibrate back together, man. We got to pull together. And like I said again, shout out to the sisters that's doing that work. Because this is how we're going to overturn all this. And the brothers, too, that's involved in it. The brother Chief Two Hawks and his people that's pushing these people back. Like I said before, in the very beginning, these laws is a double-edged sword. Just like the scriptures talk about. It can cut you and it can cut me if you don't know how to handle them right. And now we see that we can start cutting them back with the laws. Because it's a lot, man, that we be going through. Sometimes you don't even want to deal with this. Our people so disconnected, it make you not even want to deal with them. It make you just want to say the heck with all of this. But then that's not how we built, the real ones. We ain't built like that. We got a passion for this. We got a passion for our people because it's the truth. And we want to give them the truth by all means necessary. No more lies. We're not dealing with no more lies. So all you knockoffs, all that garbage y'all keep kicking, everybody's waking up. Y'all ain't did nothing in the past. We going through all the records. Kwanzaa, we seeing what that brother was doing. Go and check out that brother. Look him up. I'm going to do a lecture on him. Hurting the women. Got other women. Man, hostage, kidnapping, beatings. These are their leaders. All their leaders is garbage, man. Look, you can hold me up to a high standard. You ain't going to never hear about me doing nothing foul like that. And I never do anything foul to my people like I did before in the past through being misguided. Shooting my people on sight. Fighting my people on sight. Hurting my people. Unless you're trying to suppress my people or oppress my people, I get at you 100% and lay it all in the line for it. And that's the truth. I lay it all in the line for my people. And for my people to wake up, we all got a voice. Speak. So when we telling y'all to research, y'all make y'all videos, you might be talking about the same thing. We all talking about the same thing, but guess what? It ain't nothing new under the sun. This don't belong to any Aboriginal. If you're doing your research, like everybody telling everybody, like we telling everybody, which the knockoffs don't tell you, they program you and program it all in your mind. We tell you to do the research, because guess what? When you do the research, we all come to the same conclusion. And we all go down the same holes. So ain't no leader in this. The only one leading us is our ancestors. The ones who did this from the beginning. So if we all talking about the same stuff or sound like that, we all come in with our own point of views and how we was brought and the energy that's brought to us. The Most High pushing us. Allowing the ancestors to give us that energy. So we all going to sound like we talking about the same stuff. But look, some people might not like the way I bring it. I'm telling you about the street stuff and tying it in with this Aboriginal American Indian culture and lifestyle. Some people might be talking through a corporate way. Some people might give you the laws. Some people might give you the monuments, landmarks. Some people can go back into history and go into the ancient civilizations and cultures. Look, one thing I can tell you about me, what my homies taught me, is know a little bit about a lot. So know a little bit about a lot of everything. I got books over there from David Childress. All those dudes you find on Josh Peck. Them Caucasian dudes that be on that the ancient cultures. All that kind of stuff. Quantum physics. Tom Horn. I got all these books from these dudes. I got videotapes. L.A. Marzulli, Caucasian dude out of L.A. that was finding all these giant bones and all this stuff. Brian Forrester. So do your research on everything. Touch on, know a little bit about a lot. That should be all our people's goal. And to these people talking about we getting stuff from Africa and yeah, they want to leave stuff out about what we getting. I'm talking about the knockoffs. They always trying to come and defend Africa. Y'all garbage, man. Shout out to Nelly and them too. Because they be Aboriginals and don't even know it. Like I said before. Talking about stuff, shake your tail feather. He had a song, shake your tail feather. Get your eagle on. Not to be explicit or anything like that, but, you know, look at the eagle. He talking about the eagle. We know where the eagle, the home of that is. Shake your tail feather. We know where the feather's up. And thumbs down for Ludacris. You clown. Try to disrespect our women with your song. What is that song where you talking about all the women? You talking about ain't even no need to asking, bruh. All the best women reside in so-called Africa. You disrespecting your women here? You don't even know nothing about that place. And guess what? To make it more dumb on his behalf, he married an American woman. An Aboriginal. If Africa was so great, why didn't you marry a woman over there? So your song was bogus. Go ahead.
He made himself look like a fool.
Like a fool. An idiot. Nah, I'm gonna remix your song. No even asking, bruh. All the best women reside in America. And that's real. That's the truth. And once we get our culture and all that back, because we doing it, without even knowing we doing it. Once we really get it back, we're going to really get it popping. And we know, hands down, ain't no women built like our women. We built, we work out, the men, we always been exotic and sought after. From the beginning, every culture of any color women always been after us and been wanting our people. Men and women. Chasing them down. So y'all need to pay attention, man. Wake up and do your research. Have a voice. Speak. Do something. Be proactive. Push the videos. Push all these Aboriginal videos. All the videos we doing. Shout us out. It's work. Everybody got all different kind of angles they can take. Just like I said before, in the street life and the sports life. Everybody's not gangsters. Everybody's not hustlers. Everybody's not pimps. Everybody's not quarterbacks. Everybody's not running backs. Everybody's not cornerbacks. Whatever your position is that you see fit and you like it, do it to the fullest, 100%. Put in work with this Aboriginal real truth. Do your part in it. Flood people's text messages and pages and all that up with videos. Make your own video. Do your research. Bring research to all the brothers and sisters. Everybody's waking up. Some of us been woke up sooner than others. But guess what? We all in at the same finish line. That's the great thing about all this. At the same time, we make it to the finish line. So y'all got to pay attention. Do your research. Be proactive. Support your people. Let us all support each other. And let us do something that's never been done before. Because there's a lot of the people, shout out to Yasharala, like I said before, their whole thing is, though, they keep thinking about that fake Israel over there. That's not the place. They're not finding giant bones or none of that over there. This is the hot spot. This is where it all goes down at. This is the big boys' playground. And we see, they came here first. And after that, they started going, they pulled it off here. They like, wow. Everything else was easy for them. Go and snatch up Australia. So-called Africa. The islands. Once they came in the mainland, they was like, we got it. We pulled that off. Whew, we can do it to anybody. And that's what they've been doing to this day. They're still oppressing and suppressing melanated people, going and colonizing them. The colonizers are still doing their job. And they're sneaky because they're doing it through their religions now. Going over there, setting up shops, sending out these missionaries and all that. To go and submit to people. We Yasharala, and we don't bow down. We American Indians, we don't bow down. We don't submit. And that's what they had us doing. And I fell victim to that years back into religion and all that. It's like I said, you got to keep walking through doors. It's walking through doors. Once you sit there for a minute, like, nah, this classroom ain't, nah, this ain't the truth. This classroom is hiding something. I ain't digging this classroom. So you go to another classroom. You got to keep moving. And it's Aboriginal, like I said, we are people that's constantly upgrading. Like our technology and everything around that we supplied the world with. Our greatness we supplied the world with. They wasn't driving no cars in Africa. It didn't come out of there. No planes, no none of that. They talk about that's the ancient civilization. Why it ain't producing nothing? If they've been around so long, if you've been around so long, it'll show. You be one rhythm with the vibration of the universe and the world and the Most High. But they ain't. And everything you do, from dancing and all that, it's all rhythm. Fighting, it's all about rhythm, timing. I've been boxing my whole life. I've always been boxing and kickboxing. So I know about rhythm and how to fight and how to move. It's the same way like dancing. It's all a rhythm. That's why we the best at it. And we got to wake back up because we being lazy now. The food and stuff like we was talking about. They got all this junk in our food, poisons, and the water and stuff. Got our kids and our relatives acting funny. Like I said before, got them into that homosexual stuff and all this other stuff that goes contrary to nature. But they can't help it. And it's constantly being programmed. You want to know something? Look at your TV, watch the commercials and all that, like I said before. You see all the things that they're showing you. Eat, eat, eat. Homosexual, homosexual, homosexual. Interracial, interracial, interracial. Non-stop. It's constantly being programmed into you. And this is what's got the people doing this. Along with all the stuff that they're putting in the water and all that. And like I told y'all before, everybody's not the same. Some of us can get bit by a snake, survive. Some of us can get bit by a snake, have an allergic reaction, and die right there. Same thing with the poison that we got all around us, in the air and all that. Some people's allergies and all that, or tears them up through all these vaccines and all that. Some of us done been through that, and it ain't, we just built different. So, with that being said, man, I love y'all and I do this for y'all, for our people. There's times where I don't want to do this at all. And I done already got all my kids. My kids know this, and you're going to start seeing them. They're going to come on here. Not just my son. I got adult kids. And y'all going to see, because I done gave it to my family. My moms and all of them already know, like I told you. My great auntie told me on my mom's side. My mom already know. And then she's talking about now her dad's mom, who she remember. So I'm going to go into some, man, we're going to get deep, man. I'm going to go into some of my history. Show y'all about my grandfather who was a Confederate soldier. My wife's people. She's going to show you. I have my daughters and them show you. My son. We're going to go through all of this. Because my household got it. I did what I was supposed to do. Now, my distant relatives, you know, my other aunts and things like that, you know, all you can do is tell them. I done told all my people. They see it. I've been flooding their inboxes, all that stuff since the beginning of knowing this. And they know that we had this in us, but they think, like we did in the past, oh, well, maybe we're just mixed with it. Not knowing we are the people because we don't think that we can be something greater, even though we greater and the greatest at everything that we do. And like I said before, we provided the world with our talents. You want to know what we did and see what we did? Look at the world. And then go your history, do your history, and look at where all the stuff that they got, where it came from. What was the foundation of it? Then look at the Caucasians. What was they doing when they wasn't out colonizing? And then when they come over here, they find greatness. Now they all different. And every Caucasian ain't the same either. We know that. Every Caucasian, you can't lump them up in the same category. Like I said before, there's some good ones that'll die for you. And there's some that'll shoot you dead in the head. You got the Germans. You got the Spaniards. You know, you got all these different ones. You got the Irish. Read about the Irish always being enslaved. And what was Garvey talking about? The green was for the Irish. The green on that red, black, and green flag was for the Irish. And then we're going to go into the greatness of our people. I'm going to go into breaking down all the greatness of our people. I'm going to do a specific lecture on that, so y'all can see the Perrys, the Henrietta Lacks, and the greatness that you don't find nowhere but here. You're not finding in the other land. You're finding in America, the motherland. And on that note, I send all my love, energy, high vibes to you all. Get proactive. Do what y'all need to do. Let the Most High move you the way y'all need to be moved and direct you in correctness and order. And that's what I love about Yasharala, because they bring order, law, and structure. And that's what I'm based off of. People got a problem with Yasharala and the book that they be pushing. If it wasn't for that book, it gives me law, order, and structure. Everything that you do has law, order, and structure. The street life, even though if everybody doesn't do it right or hold up to it right, you're supposed to have law, order, and structure. The system we in is chaotic, brought to you by the devils, the deceivers, and their followers, the knockoffs and all of them that follow all their teachings, the universal teachings. You can go in school and learn all the Darwinism and all that garbage. The stuff that we do, it involves footwork, boots on the ground, digging, searching, not being programmed, unprogramming yourself, digging and searching, finding who you are, who your ancestors are, who your people are, your bloodline, knowing you know you come from royalty, royalty in your DNA. All that's royalty. And like I said before, tribes ain't based off of incest and all that. You can marry into a tribe. You can be from a different nationality. I'm not knocking interracial, but you have to understand. It's like I'm not knocking homosexuality. It becomes a problem when it's too much and the balance is thrown off. And you can see it everywhere. It's too much. If I got a household or a tribe and there's 20 members, 50 members of the tribe, and 48 of them, they're married outside of people of a different culture and all that, you wiping your tribe away. Because you're going into their tribe now. But if you got, just like in the streets, I didn't have none in my hood, but there's other hoods that I know that you guys can go and look on the internet and all that. And you find Caucasian dudes and all that, and women. That's really with it from them hoods. So what I'm saying is, but it's not a whole hood of them. It's one, maybe two at the most in this hood over here. But it becomes lopsided when you got your whole household, your whole hood is that. What have you just lost? Nobody looks like the ones before them, their ancestors. You should love your ancestors enough to duplicate them. and keep it going to where your aunties and them look and see your offspring and say, man, that looks like our Uncle Leo. That looks like Uncle Jethro. Or that looked like Aunt Mary. So this is what you capture. If you're doing all that, too much mixing and mingling, you're losing that trait. No more do you look like the people that we can look at some of the brothers and say, dang, he looked like with the Dane Calloway when they got him, his picture spliced with the Olmec head. You're like, dang, he looked just like that Olmec dude. Those are what you want to continue capturing. Those features and stuff of your ancestors. So again, shout out to you Aboriginals. I love y'all. I do this for y'all. Because I done already did it for my family. I done downloaded everything I needed to do. And they've done their research. And my offspring. And my kids. And my wife. And like I said, my wife got some newspaper clippings of her family. That's going to blow y'all's mind. When I sit her down, we do ours. The lecture. So we got some heat coming. And we're going to stay cooking these knockoffs. Because the deprogramming is over with. We're unprogramming. And we tapping back in to that ancient energy. That's being pushed by us through the Most High, through our ancestors. The Most High pushing the ancestors through us. Order, law, and structure. That's what it's about. Without that, you'll collapse. You'll be in the same chaotic, disconnected like the people are. You got to come back together and vibrate together and be in order. Shout out to you sisters. Keep doing what y'all doing. A lot of us taking our hats off to y'all. Support y'all. And we behind y'all 100%. Y'all don't know you got warriors behind y'all, ready to make it happen. Whenever. Like I said before, I give it all up for my people. Without a blink of an eye, I give it all up. And leave my son with a legacy. I used to feel like that when I was a kid. Certain days I would wake up in the streets and this gang stuff. It'd be a good, bright, sunny day. I'd be like, dang, man. Today's a good day to die. Then I hit all kind of roadblocks as far as with religion. And it kind of was making me docile. It was like having me on a leash and trapped. To where once I did further research like you should be doing, I ran into Yasharallah. Ran into them Israelites. And then I kept going. Went past that. And started looking and like, wow. This is how you translate things. And look into there. And go deeper. And you see there's a deeper meaning. And you understand?